Hello and welcome to today's dose of art relaxation. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. Now let's get started. This artwork is a little different than the last one, using mainly melted crayons, ink, and broken jewelry, or what is called found objects, things that you collect or recycle. Here you can see how I've engineered what I assume is used for fondue to melt the crayon wax. The surface or substrate I'll be creating on is also recycled, a piece of cardboard from the cover of a paper pad. I chose this because I needed something sturdy but also slightly absorbent. I don't want the wax to peel or flake off later on. Now, before you get any ideas, this project should never be done with or around children. When melting the wax this way, the temperature is not controlled and can reach boiling, and in contact with skin will cause severe burns. In between pouring, I used a heat gun to spread the wax. This is just as dangerous because a heat gun gets much hotter than a normal blow dryer. I kept this at full speed so y'all can see just how fast the wax melts. There's a fairly short amount of work time from when the wax is poured to move it around before it solidifies. Before going back in with the heat gun, I tested the solidity of the wax with my finger, which is admittedly not a good idea for anyone. However, my hands are accustomed to extreme working conditions. While remelting the wax, I make sure everything is pointing away from me, as you'll see splats of hot wax shoot out. I really liked the way that looked, so I continued with that technique. And again, keeping it at full speed so y'all get a better idea of my process and see just how fun it is to work with these materials. I'm just about done with the initial wax placement. I'm gonna let that cool to the side while I prepare my ink mixture to cover up the rest of that background. For this mixture, I used a few drops of black acrylic paint for opacity and some drops of black watercolor ink to water it down without losing the intensity. I still added some water to make sure I can easily wipe it off any bits of wax that get covered. But this watered it down a little too much. I ended up adding some drops of rich black calligraphy ink to give it that punch of intensity. Alrighty, now that the background is complete, we can get into the fun stuff. This box holds my jewelry making things and jewelry that I've already taken apart. The second box was gifted to me recently, so I haven't fully gone through it. But after sorting through, I took out the pieces I wanted to use in my artwork. These are the tools I'll be using or have already used so far. For applying the media, I'll either remelt parts of the wax to embed the smaller beads, or just use hot glue for specific arrangements. cuteness in 3, 2, 1. So, while I was taking my break, my puppy took it upon herself to check out what I'd been working on. That's it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Remember to check out my Instagram at @artbyarena, where I post all of my artwork. Thank you. See y'all next time.